Oh, hello, welcome back to Armchair Armory, and it has finished at the, forgetting the name, Estadio Bolair Delier, Lens' stadium in English, I don't know. Racing Club Lens 2, Arsenal 1. This wasn't a great performance today. I think for the first 10-15 minutes, something like that, probably up until we scored, we were probably the better side, but very similar to the Spurs game a couple of weeks ago. Once we conceded an equaliser, which was off of defensive mistakes, we ended up Raya giving the ball away. We ended up kind of being on the back foot for most of the game. I wouldn't necessarily say we were shit as such, but it wasn't great today. I think I said in my preview, which came out a day later than I needed it to, basically I've been having issues with my editing software and I've had to download an older version of the editing software I was using, so it means it takes longer to render and stuff like that. So apologies if the videos are a bit all over the place over the next couple of weeks. I might have to change editing software soon. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, so couple of changes. Trossard came back into the side. Tomiyasu came in at right back for Ben White. I noticed that Partey was back on the bench, which is good to know. Good to see that he's back in contention now. I think with the starting 11 we put out, we definitely had an opportunity to win. And as I said, 10-15 minutes in, it looked like we were going to cruise to at least like a 2-0 victory or something like that. And then Raya gives the ball away. And to be fair, they beat us on they capitalize on that. And the finish by Thomason, their winger, pretty good goal, to be fair. I said out loud, oh shit, that was a good goal. We go in at halftime, come out again, and it's kind of like we can't break them down. And they catch us on the break, get a goal, and they did what I expect a sort of like mid-table European team to do, is just sit behind the ball and allow us to come onto them. And once people like Ødegaard and Saka went off injured, which is not good with City coming up this weekend, when those guys went off, it kind of, we had Fabio Vieira and Reece Nelson on the wings. We had Fabio Vieira on earlier in the second half, but it just sort of killed the kind of power we normally have from the wings with Saka and Martinelli. So there were times where I was getting frustrated that we weren't pinging balls in, we weren't putting balls into the box. We were trying to play the ground game. It just kind of became clear in like the 80th minute that like we'll be lucky if we get out of this with a draw, because to be fair to Lens, they were defending really well. Now, I'm not going to throw my toys out of the pram like a lot of Arsenal fans will probably do tonight. I can imagine I'll turn on AFTV later on if I could be asked to watch it, and there'll be at least two or three of them on there that are saying that this is the end of the world and stuff like that. But in the context of things, I was just looking at this while I was filling out my because I have a spreadsheet to let me know like what the upcoming games are and to remind me what I need to do for Armchair Armory and stuff like that. And this is the first game we've lost all season so far, but it's the first game we've lost since pre-season, where we lost to Manchester United in pre-season. So I'm not going to throw my toys out of the pram. It throws Group B in the Champions League wide open, because PSV and Sevilla drew 2-2 earlier on, just now as well. So it throws it wide open, and it makes the away tie against Sevilla, which is next round after Chelsea, massive. It makes it a huge game now in the Champions League, because if we obviously drop points there, it's going to be and depending on what happens with Lens and PSV, it's going to be difficult to get out of the group, having drop points in 2 games with 2 to go. I never expected this to be an easy game, because I never think any away game in the Champions League is easy. But I definitely expected more from us today. and it's just a shame. But as I said, I'm not going to throw my toys out of the pram. I think Lens deserved the victory overall. We've just got to dust ourselves off and pick ourselves up, because obviously the next test is City at the Emirates on Sunday, and we have to turn up for that game, because otherwise, despite the fact that City have got injuries, and I know they lost their last game against Wolves, we will get absolutely slaughtered if we don't pull our finger out and perform, essentially. So yeah, not very good today, but it is what it is. Just got to try, when it comes to the Champions League, got to just try and get something from Sevilla in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, City first, and I just hope this doesn't rock our confidence going into that City game. Right, I want to leave it there. I will be back again in a couple of days with the preview for City. So until then, take care and stay safe.